Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep. My name is Navin, and today we are looking at the next session of 500 most expected questions of CAT 2023. We'll be doing QA, and we will be majorly doing this last part of arithmetic. Okay, we'll be doing tons of questions of time, speed, and distance. Okay, so I believe everyone is ready, right? So, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, hi Sonali, hi Ranvijay. ठीक है, चलो शुरू करते हैं. So the first question. On walking at 3/5 of his usual speed, Karan takes 3 hours to reach home from his office. What is the time taken by Karan to reach when walking at his usual speed? So this is a question based on time, speed, and distance, obviously. So in time, speed, and distance, one of the three things, they are always going to be constant. Okay. So it's either time, it's speed, or it is distance. So we need to find out which one is constant here, whether it is time, whether it is speed, or whether it is distance here. So if you see here, suppose this is the distance that Karan has to cover, right? So if I talk about speed and time, there are two instances, right? Usual speed and his current speed. Okay? So usual and then current. So from 3/5, this fraction, the denominator becomes its usual speed. That's how you deal with fractions. So his usual speed is 5, okay, and his current speed becomes the numerator. So this is 3. So on both the scenarios, usual and current, he's going to cover the same distance, right? So हम बोलते हैं कि इस ये जो proportionality use हो रहा है, we will say that the distance is constant. See, time is not same. It's already given in the question. Speed is not same. That is also given in the question in the form of fraction. So out of T, S, and D, one has to be constant. So here distance is constant. That is one way of looking at it without drawing anything. Once you draw, you will realize यही distance cover करना है उसको दोनों दिन. So first day he covers, or usually he covers at the speed of 5, and currently he is covering at the speed of 3. So when distance is constant, we say that speed and time are inversely proportional. So speed अगर 5 and 3 है, तो time इसका 3t and 5t हो जाएगा. इसको inverse बोलते हैं, आप interchange कर लो. Right? Now it is given that usually he takes 3 hours. तो 3t अगर 3 hours है, अच्छा नहीं, 3t 3 hours नहीं है, 5t अगर 3 hours है, because at walking at 3/5 of his usual speed, this is our 3 hours, then how much will 3t be? Right? So if 5t is equal to 180 minutes, so t is going to be 180 by 5, whatever that is. So 3t is going to be 180 by 5 into 3. So if we solve this, this is going to give us 36 into 3, which is 108. So 108 minutes become the answer. 90 minutes? 90 कैसे? How 90? How 90, guys? क्या कर रहे हो? किशन, सोनाली. 108. ठीक है? Okay. Second question. If Sanjay goes at a speed of 12 km per hour, he will be 20 minutes late. And if he travels at a speed of 18 km per hour, he will be 10 minutes early. Find the distance if it is same in both the cases. It is explicitly given over here that out of time, speed, and distance, distance is constant, right? So let's draw the same scenario. Okay, so we are talking about speed here, we are talking about time here. So let's again say usually एक particular speed पे जाता है और आज यानी currently he is going at a certain speed. So usually he travels at this speed of 12 km per hour and he is 20 minutes late. Late मतलब ज़्यादा, so you will write plus 20 and or you can write t plus 20, completely your choice. And currently he is going at the speed of 18 km per hour and he will be 10 minutes early. Early means less, so minus likhoge. So this will be minus 10 minutes. So I will explain this in two approaches, one using equation, another one not using equation. Okay. So using equation, I'm going to say that he should normally take t minutes. He is right now taking t plus 20 and t minus 10. Again, using the same concept that distance is constant, तो क्या होता है स्पीड और टाइम इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल. मतलब आप 12/18 को नेक्स्ट वाले का उल्टा करके लिखोगे इज इक्वल टू t minus 10 by t plus 20. Or if you use common sense, 12 will less than 18. So t minus 10 is less than t plus 20. So the numerator should look like numerator, isn't it? So if you solve this, we will get 2t plus 40 is equal to 3t minus 30 or t is equal to 50. So 50 here is obviously minutes because we assumed everything in minutes. T be minutes mein hai, 10, 20 some minutes mein hai. Now the question is find the distance if the time is same in both the cases. So ये 50 we are going to put either in current or in usual. ठीक है, किसी भी एक में put कर लो. I'll prefer in the case of current. So 50, if t is 50, t minus 10 will become 40 minutes. So if somebody is covering a certain distance at speed of 18 km per hour in 40 minutes, so he's going to take these many, he's going to cover these many kilometers, right? 40 by 60 hours conversion के लिए है. So this is going to give us 6 into 3, 40 है ना. So this is going to be 12 kilometers. Hold on. If he travels at a speed of 18 km per hour, he will be 10 minutes early. अच्छा, why am I finding out the current time? Sorry, ये 40 की जरूरत नहीं है ना. T minus अच्छा t 50 है तो t minus 10 will be 40 only, right? T is 50, so this is going to give us 40. तो एक सेकंड चेक करने दो. 12, 70, 60, 5, वही मैं सोचूं कि गलती क्या हो रही है. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी 70, नो 50 कैसे होगा. T is 70, so this is 70, so this is going to be 60. 60 means 1 hour, right? So 60, 60, that is 1 hour, so 18 kilometers. If I put 70, so that is 90. 90 would mean 1.5 hours. 12 की speed पे 1.5 hours, 18 kilometers. ठीक है, fine, fine. My mistake, I somehow calculated t is equal to 50 here. It should be t is equal to 70 minutes. So B becomes our answer. Let's see what you guys have answered. Find little difficult number. Is there any for your session algebra? And Vijay, we are going to start a session on algebra very soon. अभी arithmetic चल रहा है, ठीक है? Okay. Next one. Find the average speed of the entire journey. If 1/3 of the distance is covered at a speed of 18 km per hour, the next 1/3 at a speed of 24 km per hour, and the final 1/3 at a speed of 36 km per hour. So the formula for average speed is given as total distance upon total time. Here, what you will find is the total distance is not given. It simply said total distance ka 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. है ना? So you can assume total distance to be anything. कुछ भी मान लो. So I will assume the total distance to be a number so that it can get divided by 18, 24 and 36, all three of them. So तीनों का LCM ले लेते हैं. If I take the LCM of all three, I'm going to get 72. So I will take the total distance as 3 into 72. This is the total distance. So 1/3 of this distance will be simply 72. So if somebody covers 72 kilometers at the speed of 18 km per hour, तो 72 by 18 हो जाएगा time taken. The next 1/3, which is another 72 kilometers at a speed of 24 km per hour, this is going to give us 72 by 24. This is the time taken. And the final 1/3, which I'll again take that as 72 at a speed of 36 km per hour. So this is the time the person is going to take to cover the third part of the journey. This is going to be easier to solve because 72 by 18 is going to be 4, 72 by 24 is going to be 3, and 72 by 36 is going to be 2. So this is nothing but 3 times 72 by 9, I believe. So this is 9 into 8 is 72, 3 into 8 will give us 24, 24 yani option hai. Instead of taking 72 into 3 as the total distance, we could have also taken total distance as D. तो अब कैलकुलेशन बढ़ जाता, d by 3 into 18 plus d by 3 into 24 plus d by 3 into 36. Why d by 3 into? Because it's not the d distance that is covering at that speed, it's 1/3 of the total distance every time. Make sense? Good. A is the answer. Next question. The distance between Bangalore and Coimbatore via Chennai is 240 kilometers. If a bus starts from Bangalore at a speed of 60 km per hour till Chennai and it travels at a speed of 45 km per hour for the remaining distance and reaches Coimbatore in 5 hours, then find the distance between Chennai and Coimbatore. A very typical question on TSD where options will help. Okay. So it's given that it's Bangalore and then we have to go to Chennai and then we have to reach to Coimbatore, right? And the entire distance is 240 kilometers. The first part of the journey, Bangalore to Chennai, the speed with which the bus moves is 60 km per hour, okay? And the second part of the journey, the bus moves at 45 km per hour. And the total time taken is 5 hours. तो क्वेश्चन है कि चेन्नई टू कोयम्बटूर का ये डिस्टेंस कितना है? ठीक है? We'll use the options. First option. Suppose this is 100. So if this is 100, 100 by 45 तो point में आएगा. ठीक है? It will be difficult to calculate also, and if I assume this is a CAT question, ऐसे values तो नहीं देगा CAT. So I'm going to remove this, ignore this. If I take 120 kilometers, 120 by 45 is still going to be a fraction. A better fraction than the first option, but still a fraction, right? क्योंकि 120 45 के टेबल में नहीं आता. 150 नहीं. Let's start with 180 because 180 45 के टेबल में आता है. So if I choose 180, if this distance is 180 kilometers, so the time taken is going to be 180 by 45, which is going to be 4 hours for the bus to cover Chennai to Coimbatore. Up to 40 kilometers is the total distance, out of which 180 kilometers is that part. So बाकी 60 kilometers इधर होगा. Now if this 60 kilometers, if the bus is covering at the speed of 60 km per hour, it will take 1 hour. Total time जो बस को लगा वो 5 hours लगा, which is exactly what is given. So 180 kilometers become our answer. You will have to trust this thing that the calculations are going to be very easy. They're not going to be intensive. CAT का है, ठीक है? IFT होता तो चलो यार 120 भी possibility होता, ठीक है? So ये confidence and trust लाने में time लगेगा. Okay, so once you solve it the way you want to solve it, then try using the options कि बिना किए अगर मारते ऐसे तुक्का कि start with a number which is in the table of 45, how much time difference it would have been to solve it? अगर वो faster option के through अभी जैसे करा rather than solving the equation, तो क्यों नहीं? ठीक है? Okay. So 180 kilometers is the answer. Next, the distance between A and B is 800 meters and both are moving in the same direction where B follows A at the speeds of 8 meters per second and 12 meters per second respectively. In how many minutes do they both meet? Straightforward question of relative speed का formula है ना? Time taken for two bodies to meet in the same direction is given as distance between the two bodies divided by absolute difference of their speeds. Direct. If this would have been opposite direction, then we would have said sum of their speeds. ठीक है, यही करना है हमें. So the distance between the two bodies is 800 meters divided by speeds of 8 meters per second and 12 meters per second. If I want this to be an absolute difference, I'll take the larger value and then subtract the smaller value from it. So this is going to give me 800 meters by, sorry, this is not 4, देखो अभी फिर mistake हो जाता, this is 8. And this is going to give us 4 meters per second. So 800 by 4 is going to give us 200 seconds, and 200 seconds is 180 seconds plus 20 seconds. 180 seconds is 3 minutes, and 20 seconds is going to be 1/3 of a minute. So 3 1/3 of a minute. In case you are not able to convert this easily, 200 को 60 से divide कर दो, you will get automatically the minutes conversion. So the answer is supposed to be C. Business Maestro, they do ask difficult questions on TSD as well, पर ऐसे questions भी आते हैं. Last year, the year before that, you had questions like, not this one, the ones bus wala kara ya uske pehle. The first 4 questions, we had questions like those. Almost the same question, the values were different. ठीक है? So they ask you all levels of questions, but easy वाला भी TSD में बहुत ही आता है CAT में. So C is the answer. Okay, next. The distance between A and B is 600 meters and both are moving in the same direction where B follows A at the speeds 10 meters per second and 15 meters per second respectively. After traveling, how much distance does B meet A? This is not the time they are asking. They are asking us, how far are they going to meet? Well, there are 2 different approaches to solve this. One is using equation, the one we have used in the last question, और एक दूसरा है ratio use करके. ठीक है? Options के through भी कर सकते हैं. So मैं तीनों method बता देता हूँ. ठीक है? Out of all the 3 methods, the first method is obviously not something I will take side of. The next 2 methods are going to be easier and much better to use. So the first approach is, I will first of all find out how much time are they going to meet. Just like the previous question, it is going to be total distance divided by difference of their speeds, which is 15 meters per second minus 10 meters per second, which is going to be 600 meters divided by 5 meters per second, which is going to give us 120 seconds. And let's stop it here. Now question is, after traveling how much distance does B meet A? तो B का distance निकालना है. So distance covered by B will be its speed, speed of B is 15 meters per second into the time for which B was moving. So B was moving for 120 seconds and A was also moving for 120 seconds. So 15 into 120 is going to be 15 into 12 is 180 and then followed by another 0 from 120. So 1800 meters should be the answer. तो ये आपका पहला मेथड हो गया. ठीक है? The second approach. We know that B is here, we know that A is here and B is chasing A. The speed of B is 3 and the speed of A is 2. ऐसे कैसे? B का speed तो 15 है और A का 10 है. I've taken the ratio because how much distance somebody is going to cover when two people or more than two people, they start simultaneously, and when they meet, they cross, they overtake. It has got nothing to do with the actual values of the speeds. It has to do with the ratio of the speeds. ठीक है? So 3 and 2 है. तो ये जो 3 and 2 speed है, ये कल speed नहीं है. This is also the distance. As in A is going to cover 2 units, B is going to cover 3 units. ठीक है? So A is going to cover 2 units. ऐसे drawing बनाएंगे अगर, so that A covers 2 such lengths, then B covers 3 lengths. So this is where they meet. It is given that this is 600 meters. तो ये भी 600 meters होगा और ये भी 600 meters होगा, because each segment is of equal length and will always be. ठीक है? ये एक तरह से समझ लो कि ये रूल है, ये अप्रोच होता है. So how much distance B has covered by the time it meets or catches A? 600, 600, 600, 1800. How much distance A has covered so that it is caught by B? A is going to cover only 600 and 600. उसके आगे केवल 1200 दिख रहा है ना? But since that question was not asked. Okay. The third approach is same as the second one, but we are not going to solve it. We are going to use the options. Okay. So I am going to redraw कि ये अपना B है, ये A है. The speed of B is 3. The speed of A is 2. Okay. And this is 600 meters that is given to us. And let's say this is where they meet. I'm not going to draw the segments right now. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the options. If I pick the first option, if B has to cover 1600 meters, जिसमें से 600 ये part है, so the remaining distance is 1000 meters. ठीक है? अब ratio. B and A, their speeds ratio are 3 and 2. So their distances ratio should also be 3 and 2. So B covers 1600, A covers 1000. Is it in the ratio 3:2? No. So A is not the answer. If B covers 1800 meters, that means 600 is this component, so 1200 is the leftover on the right hand side. So B covers 1800, A covers 1200. 1800 and 1200, are these two numbers in the ratio 3:2? It is. So B is the answer. ये तीन approaches हैं, right? The second approach is always applicable, same direction, opposite direction. बस आपको सोचना है trajectory कैसे चल रही है. Remember, time is always constant in such cases, and then that's the reason, obviously, why we are using relative speed here. ठीक है? चलो. Hold on. Distance between A and B is 600 और ये हमारा है 1800 and okay, ठीक है, तो B है, D नहीं है. Next question. For a round trip of 15 km on each side, round trip means to go and to come back. 15 kilometers to go and 15 kilometers to come back, because it says 15 km on each side. Boat A takes a total of 10 hours. Find the speed of the river if the speed of the boat in still water is 4 km per hour. A very, very direct question from upstream, downstream, right? So 15 km agar against the stream chalta hai, the boat is going to move at this speed. So this is the total time taken by boat. So ये आपका, let's say this is the direction of the river, which is or the stream, which is given as 4 km per hour, right? And the boat starts from here, it goes here. This is 15 kilometers, right? So the boat starts from here. तो जाते वक्त क्या है? Stream के against चल रहा है. So its speed is going to reduce from SB to SB minus 4. So this is the time it will take to go from point X, let's say, to point Y. Okay. Now, while coming back, it will cover the same distance, 15 kilometers, but his speed will increase because the stream is going to push it. So his speed will become SB plus 4. The sum of the time total is given as 10 hours. We need to find out the value of SP. Whenever you have an equation where the variable is in the denominator and the denominators are different, don't solve it. ये मत करना, LCM ले लेते हैं, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई कर लेते हैं, फलाना ढिमकाना, 40 मिनट 1 घंटा हो जाएगा, सॉल्व नहीं हो रहा होगा, ठीक है? Because it's going to get stuck. You're going to stuck with quadratic equation and all that. Always use options whenever you have such an equation. Not TSD I'm talking about. I'm talking about पूरे maths में कभी भी ऐसा फंसो, denominator में variable है, option use कर लो, ठीक है? So if I, अच्छा, boat is given as 4. क्या हो रहा है मेरे को? Why am I misreading this? So speed of boat is given as 4 km/h and speed of river is not known. So actually it's going to be 4 plus and minus. 4 minus speed of river and 4 plus speed of river. So we'll start with the options. Pala option 0.5. 4 minus 0.5 is 3.5. 15 divided by 3.5. नहीं हो रहा divide. 3.5 के टेबल में 15 नहीं आता ना, ठीक है? Next, so I'm going to ignore A. See, I have not solved it. मैंने ignore करा है because I'll start with that option which is going to make things easier. If I take the first one, next option 1. If I put 1 here, so I will have 15 by 3 and I will have 15 by 5. 15 by 3 is 5, 15 by 5 is 3. 5 plus 3 will give us 8, but it says 10. तो ये नहीं होगा for sure. Next option C. If I take C, so 15 by 4 minus 2 which is 2 and 15 by 4 plus 2 which is 6. So 15 by 2 is going to give us 7.5 and 15 by 6 is same as saying 5 by 2 which is 2.5, which is going to give us 10. See. Okay? Let's see what you guys have answered. Okay, good, Pratyush. See. Next question. Nitish and Satish met at a coffee shop. They departed from the place in opposite directions with speeds of 4 and 3 respectively. After walking for 10 minutes, Nitish realized that he misplaced his house keys and returns to the coffee shop. After searching for 5 minutes in the coffee shop, he remembered that he kept the keys in the box which was given to Satish. Find the time taken by Nitish to meet Satish for the keys. ठीक है? So, timeline समझना होगा guys. ठीक है? So Nitish and Satish, they met at this coffee shop. इधर को मिले वो, ठीक है? And after they met, they leave. कितने बजे चले होंगे? तो let's say at 10 o'clock. ठीक है? They both. So Satish अपना Nitish को इधर ले चलते हैं. So Nitish started walking in this direction and Satish started walking in this direction. ठीक है? टाइम पे ध्यान दे रहे हैं, स्पीड का हमें टेंशन नहीं है, डिस्टेंस क्या है हमें कुछ नहीं लेना देना, टाइम कितने बजे कौन किधर को था. It says after walking for 10 minutes. So after walking for 10 minutes, that would mean that Nitish, suppose इधर पहुंच चुका है 10 minutes बाद. So this is him here at 10:10. He realizes कि अरे I have forgot my keys at the coffee shop because it's not with me. So what he does is he takes a U-turn and then he goes back to the coffee shop. देखो भाई, starting में he starts from the shop at 10 and reaches here 10:10. 10 मिनट लगा ना इसको इधर से इधर जाने में, 10 minutes, right? So in order to go back to the coffee shop, how much time will he take there? Another 10 minutes, no doubt about it. 10:10 पे he won't reach coffee shop. 10:10 he was right there outside the coffee shop, some distance away, thinking I have forgotten my keys at the coffee shop. So he will take another 10 minutes to reach coffee shop. So 10:20 पे he will be back to the coffee shop. This is an important part to understand. नहीं तो लोग यहां पर मिस्टेक कर देते हैं. इफ यू डोंट लुक एट दिस टाइमलाइन, पीपल विल अज्यूम दैट एट 10:15 he starts chasing Satish, but he doesn't. 10:15 पे तो वो अभी वापस कॉफी शॉप ही लौट रहा था, कहीं बीच रास्ते था. Okay. Now, once he reaches the coffee shop, he searches there for 5 minutes further. So 10:25 जब घड़ी में हो रहे थे, Nitish is still at the coffee shop. Satish भाई साहब रुके हुए थोड़ी थे. Satish must have moved along. So Satish must have reached certain distance. Suppose Satish reaches here. Now, he remembers that it is with Satish. So Satish is moving in this direction. Nitish is moving in the same direction as Satish is. Nitish की speed अपन के पास 4 है, Satish की 3 है. So question is, in how much time will they take to, will he catch Satish for the keys? See guys, the distance part is what we need to calculate. So this is the distance which Satish has covered so far. कितने time में? Can I say 10 o'clock to 10:25 by the time Nitish restarts from coffee shop? So 25 minutes tak Satish was covering this distance. So can we say this distance is speed into time, speed of Satish into time taken by him. Time taken by him is 25 minutes out of 60 minutes. So I'm going to cover this into kilometers. So I have written it like this. So ये 20 times हो जाएगा. 25 by 20 is 5/4 kilometers. 1.25 kilometers दूर सतीश पहुंच चुका है. ठीक है. Now remember, time chase करने का या meet करने का same direction is given as distance between the two bodies. Remember, that is in kilometers, divided by difference of the speeds. The difference of the speeds is 4 minus 3, right? This is kilometers and this is kilometer per hour. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So we will get 5/4 of an hour. Now 5/4 of an hour का मतलब कितने minutes हो जाएंगे? 5/4 into 60, which is going to give us 75 minutes. 50. Right? Now, this question could have, it can be assumed or it can be taken in another format that Nitish stayed there for 25 minutes while Satish was on his way, and then Nitish decided to chase him. So it's like Satish has covered certain distance in 25 minutes. That distance is the gap between Nitish and Satish, right? So, anyone? अच्छा, किसी ने आंसर नहीं करा. C is going to be the answer. ठीक है? चलो, next. Races. A beats B by 50 meters in a 500 meter race, and B beats C by 30 meters in a 750-meter race. By what distance does A beat C in a 1 kilometer race? ठीक है? So, if we read the first part, comma tak, so this is between A and B. So we can say that distance covered by A upon distance covered by B. Since A beats B, that means A has covered the entire distance while B was shy of 50 meters. That means B केवल 450 meters cover करेगा. If you read the second part of the first statement after comma and, it's the relation between B and C, distance covered by B and distance covered by C. B has covered the entire 750 meters because B beats C. So B finishing line पहुंच चुका होगा. And C is shy by 30 meters, मतलब C is 30 meters कम cover कर रहा है, it's 720 meters. Now between these two, we need to find out relation between A and C. So what calculation shall we do between these two fractions कि B गायब हो जाए? Well, the easiest or the simplest is multiply. Multiply करोगे dB from numerator and denominator, it will cancel out. So you will get dA upon dC is equal to 500 upon 450 into 750 upon 720. Right? So this is 50 into 10. This is 50 into 9. This is 25 into 30, and this is 24 into 30. This can further get simplified. ज़्यादा नहीं हो पाएगा, पर ऐसे ही छोड़ देते हैं. So distance covered by A is 250 and distance covered by C is 9 into 24, which is going to give us 216. 3, 3, 3 and 8. 6 cube, 216. So this tells us when A covers 250 meters, C covers 216 meters. But we need to find out the race between 1 kilometer. I mean the race of 1 kilometer between them. So 250 meters नहीं चाहिए अपने को, 1 kilometer, 1000 meters चाहिए. So 4 times कर दो. So this gives us A covers 1000 meters. So C is going to cover 216 into 4, which is going to give us 864 meters. So A जब 1000 cover करता है, C केवल 864 करता है. So that's a shy of 136 meters से lose करता है C. In other words, A beats C by 136 meters. ठीक है? Let's see if anyone has answered this. Okay, Pratyush has answered this. So, ठीक है, देखते हैं. D is the answer. There is one more way to solve this or questions like these. Percentage terms में. Fraction में काम कर रहे हैं मतलब percentage में काम कर रहे हैं. Whether you explicitly convert it or not, but ये percentage of fraction तो होता तो same ही है भाई, है ना? So if you read this, can I say that ये 10% less है? B covers 10% less distance by A. Or can we say 50 is 10% of 500? So that is less cover कर रहा है B, तो फिर 10% less है. From the next one, 30 meters is what percentage of 750? So this is going to be 30 out of 750, which is 1 by 25. So this is 4% less. है ना? So 10% and 4% less. ठीक है, 4% है, so calculation mistake नहीं है. Now what you are going to do is you are going to do the successive of these two. 10 minus 10 and minus 4 का successive formula याद है? A plus B plus AB by 100. So minus 10 plus minus 4 plus minus 10 into minus 4 upon 100. So this is the effective percentage less that C is going to cover with respect to A. So if you solve this, this is going to give us minus 14 plus 40 by 100, which is 0.4, which is going to be precisely minus 13.6. So minus 13.6% or 13.6% less of the distance covered by A is what the distance C is going to cover. So A covers 1000 meters. So C covers 13.6% of 1000, which is 136 meters less. ठीक है? Now, this second approach, the one that I have written in pink, that involves successive percentage change, this is only good for people who are very good with percentages, who are very quick. जो क्विक होंगे ना, वो एक्चुअली ये सब कुछ नहीं करने वाले. जितना मैंने लिखा है ना, ये कुछ नहीं करने वाले. ये ना ओरली सॉल्व कर लेंगे आराम से. उनके लिए ये फायदेमंद है. ठीक, नहीं तो अगर आप इतना ही लिखने ही वाले हो, तो व्हाई नॉट यूज द फ्रैक्शंस एंड सॉल्व इट. See, it's not about the approach at the end of the day. It's not about how much you study. It does not depend on how much you have practiced. It does not depend on how much of subject knowledge you have. ये सबसे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. At the end of the day, it's all about, did you clear the exam or not? Did you get into your dream college or not? है ना? Eventually यही फर्क पड़ता है CAT में कितना percentile आया. If you tell them I got a 99.98 percentile, nobody is going to ask you a question from it. They will be taken aback, right? And if you tell them I got a 72, 75 percentile, so they will be like, okay, are you going to try next year? So which all colleges you are going to say? Then the questions, start pouring in. So eventually मेरे को एग्जाम क्लियर करना है. एग्जाम क्लियर के लिए मेरे को स्पीड चाहिए. अब मैं अप्रोच कौन सा यूज करूं, मेरे को उससे कोई लेना देना नहीं है. मेरे को बस ये ध्यान देना है कि whichever approach I'm going to use, it should be very quick or relatively quicker than the other approaches. That's why it becomes important to solve every question in at least 2 different ways. Okay, 2 different logic. वो अलग बात है कि once you get into the depth of this subject, you will realize that actually both the approaches were same. बस मैंने एक जगह फ्रैक्शन लिखा, एक जगह मैंने परसेंटेज लिखा. 1/2 को 50% लिख दिया तो एक नया तरह का सॉल्यूशन दिखेगा, पर है तो भाई 1+1 को 2 लिखो या 1+1 छोड़ दो, आंसर तो चेंज नहीं होता. ठीक है, ओके. द नेक्स्ट वन, A gives B a head start of 40 meters and beats B by 20 seconds in a 1 kilometer race. In a 500 meter race, A gives B a head start of 60 meters and beats him by 5 seconds. Find the speed of B. So this question is pure on visualization. ठीक है? So if you look at the first scenario, तो मैं 2 color ink लूंगा. First scenario is A beats B even after giving him a head start. So suppose ये अपना 1 kilometer यानी 1000 meter का track है. Okay? A and B are here. Then what does A tells B? B, एक काम करो, you move 40 meters ahead. So B moves 40 meters ahead. आगे चला गया भी. A is still at the starting point. And then they start running. ठीक है? When they start running, A beats B. A अभी भी B को हरा दिया. कितने टाइम से? 20 seconds. That means if A has taken T time, B has taken T plus 20 time. Right? So from here, can I say for A, this 1000 meters is covered by A in T time and only 960 meters is covered by B in T plus 20 time. या मैं इसको नहीं काम करता हूँ, T1 लिख लेता हूँ because we are going to have the other scenario as well. ठीक है? वो T1, T2 में बाद में relate कर लेंगे. So can we write down these two equations? Right? Okay. Let's talk about the next one. In a 500 meter race, so this is now a 500 meter race. तो एक काम करते हैं, आधा ही draw कर लेते हैं because if it's a 500 meter race तो half ही होगा भाई. So this is your 500 meter race. A and B, they both are at the starting point right now. फिर A tells B कि एक काम करो, move 60 meters ahead. So what happens is B moves 60 meters ahead. And they start running. So A runs and B also run. So A again beats B and A beats B by 5 seconds. As in, if A has taken T2 time, B is going to take T2 plus 5. So for this part, can we say that this 500 meters is covered by A in time T2, and remember the entire 500 is not covered by B. B has covered 60 meters less, which is 440 meters is covered by B in T2 plus 5. Now if you pay attention, there are 4 equations with us, SA, SB, T1, T2, and we have 4 variables and 4 equations. Solve करना है. अब यहां से प्रोसीड कैसे करना है? There are many ways. One is using proportion, one is using pure common sense, one is not using any common sense and start solving it. ठीक है? एक है इक्वेशन, प्रोपोर्शन और कॉमन सेंस. कॉमन सेंस वाले सॉल्यूशंस हमेशा फास्टर होते हैं. इक्वेशन से करोगे तो भाई मतलब मेरे को तो सोच के ही डर लग रहा है. So let's use a bit of proportion here. Okay. So if A takes T2 time in 500 meters, so T2 को कुछ टाइम मान लेते हैं. चलो 100 सेकेंड, 100 seconds मान लेते हैं. So if A covers these 500 meters in 100 seconds, so A will obviously cover double of this, that is 1000 meters in 200 seconds. Double time लगेगा ना? So from here, can we say that T1 is nothing but 2T2? A अगर इतना डिस्टेंस T1 में कवर करता है, सो हाफ द रिमेनिंग हाफ ऑफ द डिस्टेंस, द लेफ्ट ओवर हाफ डिस्टेंस, दैट इज बेटर, वो उतने ही टाइम में कवर करेगा. सो वी कैन, if we substitute this, we will have only two variables and two equations to solve. क्योंकि T1 T2 तो अब सिंगल हो गया, राइट? तो इसको लेके सॉल्व करते हैं. इंस्टेड ऑफ T2 आई एम गोइंग टू टेक दिस एज T, एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ T1 आई एम गोइंग टू टेक दिस एज 2T. ठीक है, ताकि सबस्क्रिप्ट से बच जाए. Okay, so what we will see is this and this, they are same. डबल करो सेकंड वाले को, उसमें कन्वर्ट हो जाता है. So that is completely irrelevant for us to solve. The only relevance we can have is if we हमें SB चाहिए ना, if we can use these to solve. ठीक है. From the first one, can we say 960 by SB is, या फिर 960 by 2T plus 20, which is equal to SB, that will be equal to इधर वाले से 440 by T plus 5. This is also SB. So they both are gone by 4. So this is going to be 4 into 11. This is 4 into 24. Cross multiply 24T plus 24 into 5, 120 is equal to 11 into 2, 22T plus 220. 24 minus 22, 2T is equal to 220 minus 120, which is 100, or this will give us T is equal to 50. The moment you get T is equal to 50, you can put it in the first or the second and get the speed of P. कोई भी एक जगह आप put कर सकते हो. So if I put this back here, because speed of B is asked, I will get 960 divided by 2 into 50 plus 20, that is what speed of B is, which is 960 upon 120. So 2T 100 था ना? So 40 by 55. ठीक है. No calculation mistake. 8 meter per second is the answer. ठीक है. So a bit of common sense so that we can reduce the number of variables and then we have to simply solve this. अब आता है pure common sense use करना. ठीक है. Can we solve this using pure common sense? For that we will have to look at ये दोनों drawing. Okay, and since it's common sense, there is no equation, there is no variable, so you have to listen carefully. If A covers 500 meters, right, B covers 960 meters with 20 seconds more to travel, है ना? First वाले केस के हिसाब से, using this one, talking about this scenario, these two. Right? In this case, whatever distance A is going to cover, उसका वो double distance, उसका distance A का 1000 meters cover करने में, he takes certain time and B covers only 960 meters and B still takes 20 seconds more. ठीक है? Second वाले scenario में A covers 500 meters, B covers 60 meters less than 500, which is 440, and takes 5 seconds more. तो अभी क्या करने वाला हूं ना, मैं सेकंड वाले फिगर को डबल करने वाला हूं. सो आई एम गोइंग टू डबल एवरीथिंग हियर. ठीक है, ध्यान देना. मैं ड्राइंग भी डबल करूंगा, सारे वैल्यूज भी डबल कर दूंगा. सो इफ आई पुट इन another 500 meters here. So A का तो कुछ नहीं जा रहा. B के लिए we will have another 60 meters and then B will reach. B was 5 seconds late here, B is 5 seconds late here. If I bring those distances together and the seconds at the end, rearrange kar le bas. So can we say B was given a lead of 120 meters actually. So B was given a lead of 120 meters actually. And B reached, remember this, they both are going to be T1 and T1 plus 10 now because 5 seconds for one part and 5 seconds for another. तो मेरे को ये एक्स्ट्रा मिल गया. ठीक है, देखो ये मैंने लिखा है आपको समझाने के लिए so that you can see. Okay, logically what I would have done was 60 का डबल कर दिया, 5 का डबल कर दिया, 120 meters and 10 seconds कर दिया. अब ध्यान दो, what is the extra distance covered by B here? 80 meters. What is the time that he takes less? 10 seconds. B 80 meters 10 seconds में अगर कवर करता है तो B की स्पीड क्या होगी? Obviously 80 by 10. 8. Got it? कितना सिंपल हो गया है कि नहीं? कोई इक्वेशन, कोई वेरिएबल, कुछ नहीं. इवन वो T1 भी लिखा था आपको समझाने के लिए because we started with T1 so you had an idea what T1 is. I'm saying A covers certain time, B covers that time plus 20 first case में और बाद में plus 10. So 10 seconds time का difference, speed का difference is 80, sorry distance का difference is 80, speed निकल जाएगा because this is about B only, no? B ही 120 B ही 80 meters ज्यादा कवर कर रहा और 10 seconds कम ले रहा. Okay, next one. On a circular track, so circular racetracks की बात हो रही है. So on a circular track of 120 meters, it's going to be a little difficult. Kiran runs anti-clockwise with a speed of 7 meters per second. So Kiran runs opposite at the speed of, opposite matlab anti-clockwise. And Karan, so Ki and Ka, runs clockwise at the speed of 5. So Karan runs clockwise. If they both start at the same time, at what distance near the starting point do they meet for the fourth time? ठीक है, तो आप क्या करते हो whenever a racetrack is given? So see that 120 meters is not our concern right now. So what do you do when the speeds of two bodies moving in a circular racetrack is given and they and their directions are given? जैसे इस केस में the number of meeting points is going to be the sum of the proportions of their speeds. मतलब 7 और 5 ऐड कर लो, 12 मीटिंग पॉइंट्स होंगे इनके मिलने के ऑन द ट्रैक. उनमें से एक मीटिंग पॉइंट तो यही है. द स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट इज वन ऑफ द मीटिंग पॉइंट्स एंड एक्चुअली इट इज द 12th मीटिंग पॉइंट एवरी टाइम द रिपीटिशन हैपेंस. सो 12 बनाने हैं. So this is 1 and 2, this is 3 and 4. So we need to draw 8 more. 8 में दो हर एक में बना देते हैं so that 8 will also get covered and we will have 12 points as well. So this is the first step that we do. We draw the meeting points. What is the second step? Out of these points, which one is the first meeting point? तो दोनों में से जिसकी स्पीड कम है उसको पकड़ लेते हैं. So 5 is small, no? So 5 को पकड़ोगे. And then you will count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ठीक है, ये आपका फर्स्ट मीटिंग पॉइंट है. अगेन फ्रॉम हेयर यू आर गोइंग टू काउंट 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. दिस इज योर सेकेंड मीटिंग पॉइंट. अगेन फ्रॉम हेयर यू आर गोइंग टू काउंट 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. दिस इज योर थर्ड मीटिंग पॉइंट. फिर से इधर से 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. दिस इज योर फोर्थ मीटिंग पॉइंट. And the question is, at what distance near the starting point? This is obviously the starting point, SP. यहां से कितने distance पे मिलते हैं? Now we are going to bring in this 120 meters. So 120 meters is the total track length. थोड़ा सा अगर देखा जाए, So 120 meters has to be divided into 12 equal parts. So can we say each part is 10 meters? This is like your wall clock. Total 120 होना है, 10 parts हैं, तो हर कोई 10 होगा. So fourth meeting point, how far is it from here? कितना distance हो जाएगा ये? 40 meters. Any equation? None whatsoever. So this is wherein ratios, proportionality, in other words, and common sense is very helpful. Linear races, circular races, to and fro, chasing, all of these, they become very, very easy to solve. देखते हैं आप लोगों ने क्या आंसर करा है. Okay, नहीं आंसर करा. So 40 meters is the answer. Had the question been कि third meeting point, how far are they from the starting point? 10, 10, 10 दिख रहा है, 30, second 20 and so on. तो एक्चुअली आप पूरे 12 का 12 सीरीज बना सकते हो कि वो 5, 5, 5 करते चलो. ठीक है, स्मॉलर नंबर को फॉलो करोगे हमेशा. C is the answer. Next. Okay, trains. Train A will cross train B in 60 seconds and 150 seconds while moving in the opposite direction and in the same direction respectively. Find the ratio of the speed of train A to that of train B. So, straightforward formula you have when it comes to trains and platform or a pole or a tunnel or a running boy, a running car and so on. है ना? Formula एक straightforward है कि time taken to cross or meet or overtake, जो भी आपको word use करना है, is equal to distance. Distance will include length of the track, length of the trains, length of the tunnel and so on, divided by sum or difference of speeds. Sum will happen when the bodies or the trains, they are moving in the opposite direction, and difference will happen when they are moving in the same direction. Yeah. So let's use this. So if you're talking about train A and train B, they will cross 60 in 60 seconds when they are moving in the opposite direction. So 60 seconds, distance will be length of train A plus length of train B divided by opposite direction mein it will become speed of A plus speed of B. 150 seconds, length of train A plus length of train B, and they are moving in the same direction, so that is going to be speed of train A minus speed of train B, or speed of B minus speed of A. मेरे को नहीं पता, I don't care, I don't know. ठीक है? So we need to solve these two. तो अब क्या करने वाले हम? We need to find out speeds का ratio, no? So we need to get rid of LA and LB. So the best way to get rid of LA and LB is divide them, right? So we will have 60 by 150 is equal to S of A minus S of B upon S of A plus S of B. Now 60 by 150, they are 30 into 2 and 30 into 5. So 2 and 5 आप लिख दिया. अब क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई करके सॉल्व मत करना. ऑप्शंस क्यों है भाई? यूज ऑप्शंस. If I use the first option 8 and 3, will I get 8 minus 3 by 8 plus 3 like this? Nope. 7 and 3, 7 minus 3 by 7 plus 3, 4 by 10, which is 2 by 5. आपको क्या लगता है दुनिया में इनफाइनाइट ऐसे रेशियोज हैं सिंप्लीफाइड जो ये आंसर देंगे? नहीं, एक ही है और यही हो सकता है. You can never think of some other ratio which will still give you 2 by 5. Not possible. ठीक है? So obviously this is a question which has to be solved using options. क्योंकि मेरे को जब ऐसा आ गया ना तो आपको थोड़ा वो होना पड़ेगा लेजी कि क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई, रीअरेंज, डिवाइड, 3 स्टेप कौन करेगा? नहीं कर रहे. ऑप्शंस. It's easier. So let's see what you guys have answered. Still nobody has answered anything. क्या हो गया? TSD पसंद नहीं? कितना सिंपल सारा क्वेश्चन है. सॉल्यूशन डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूले हैं या फिर आपको रेशियोज यूज करना है. So I want everybody to like, whoever is watching, and people who have not yet subscribed, make sure that you subscribe. Okay, B is the answer. So here, meet our CAT 2022 toppers, Vinayak, Sarojit, Smarth, Vijit, Vidhi and Puval. Okay, these all are our more than 99 percentilers, and these all are our classroom program students. So you can be one of those students. All you need to do is join our comprehensive program. These all are the giveaways, starting with the tablet with more than 300 engaging videos, more than 200 hours of live classroom sessions, more than 75 mocks, more than 300 engaging videos, which are recorded lectures, which is different from that. More than 10,000 practice questions, more than 15 ZDPI and VAT preparatory helpful videos and live sessions, more than 5 years of previous year questions, and proper 4 hard copy books. All of these can be yours. All you need to do is join, and for that the link is given in the description. You need to click on it and somebody will give you a call regarding it. In order to join such these batches, you can write a scholarship test and get a scholarship up to 90%. This scholarship test is scheduled on 14th of May at 11 AM. Make sure that you register for this now. More than 27,000 students have already won this scholarship. On 21st May at 11 AM, Mr. Gautam Baba is going to take a session. He is going to build a roadmap to CAT the next 6 months. Okay, what all things you need to study, what all things you should give more importance to, which sections and which mocks should you, how many mocks should you write, everything about. He is going to give you a very good roadmap as to by the date of the exam, at what regular intervals, what all courses should be completed. Okay, so make sure that you register for this. And you can download our app and attempt the quizzes, the topic wise and the sectional quizzes that will help you improve your concepts in those sections. This is all free. The link to the downloading of our app is given in the description below. Okay, and like today's session, please tune in every day for 500 most expected CAT questions at the same time. It started almost a month back. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and press that bell icon so that you're notified every time a session starts. Okay, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, like our Facebook page, and you can join our Telegram channel as well. Everything is given in the description and on the screen right now in front of you. Well, thank you everyone. Thank you for attending this session, and I'll see you very soon with another round of such session. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Pratyush, these quizzes are on your app. So you need to download the app, and on the app, you will find a particular banner. Okay, there are scrolling banners on the top. There you will find it. Okay. Chalo. Thank you. Bye-bye.